Hello everyone, my name is Casey, this is my wonderful wife Sharon, and this is a quick tour of the North Pole, a D&D one-shot turn 3-night campaign uh, full of merry and cheer for all who come to, get lured into a trap. So, we begin in Questil, in a land far away, in a city where the heroes are all summoned together by a fancy note, and they are met by a bunch of Kringle elves in a sleigh. Now, the sleigh, full of Kringle elves, they inform the heroes that they need them to come and save Santa's workshop has been taken over by some mysterious force, and since they are just humble toy makers, they need someone to come and save them. So, the heroes fly in on their sleigh to the North Pole. The North Pole begins here in the dense forests, where they meet multiple different animals and encounters. They tour around the many different investigation items. They have the North Pole Affordable Housing Building here, which is their first night after arriving at the North Pole, are welcome to stay there above the conference room. There are campfires and little treats around that heal them throughout the city. The investigation can begin anywhere. We have the long house over here and the wide house over there, which will each give them clues to the different animatronic toys around the city. There is a small elf here in the snowdrift that gives them a clue that Santa has. No, sorry, they don't know it's Santa yet. So, I guess first, the Doc's house right over here, which is this house right here, lets them. They find the Doc, who lets them know that Santa has suddenly become ill over the last couple of weeks. He's been faint and everything. They find a pool of blood over here next to the carpenter's house, where the carpenter's body has been dragged, and they find the plans to a very simple cabin. We have. What other clues do we have? We have a family here where a little girl tells of a doll that she saw tampering with the Christmas tree over there before heading over toward the Santa's workshop, which has a ominous green mist coming off of it for the rest of the village. We have let's see, what else is there? We have the house over here, which contains the enemy patrols, which wander around the town from time to time to give them trouble and hardship. They have a few more clues that will point them towards some sort of magic tampering. They find some secret plans in a house over here for someone who wants to try and siphon someone else's power. So, the entire night of investigation leaves the heroes with the assumption that the quest will center around the painter's house, Glib. So the painter's house over here, also the town historian, has a big picture of Santa with his younger brother and older sister. They learn how the older sister was supposed to become the new Santa, but instead chose not to. And the younger brother was accidentally killed by the older brother in a tragic sleigh accident. So, the second night ends with the heroes, like mine did, very naturally assuming that the entire campaign is the older sister of Santa coming to the North Pole in order to steal Santa's power now that he is weak. The third night and final night centers around Santa's workshop. They finally have to go in to face whatever evils are inside through Candy Cane Lane. We come to the workshop with the magical clock in the middle, which tells you how long it is until Christmas time. We have some lovely messaging and photos and art around here, and a Christmas tree that will very soon be lit on fire because it is being stormed by many different kinds of enemies. There are snowy bugbears, there are frost sprites, there are winged kobold in here. The big showdown in Santa's workshop. Thank you, beautiful life. The second level of Santa's workshop will take you from the spiral staircase up here to the kitchen. In the kitchen, they might find one of the hidden senior mints, which can heal them since there's a lot of combat this night. We have a simple oven here, a pantry, and some other kitchenware. In the middle of that, blocking their view, is a giant Christmas tree, which is wedged in there, and you might notice has two glowing eyes because it is, in fact, a mimic. We come out here and we have two different rooms. We have the common room for the elves out here, which looks like it's been trashed by someone a little bit. And we have the toy room over here, which is the toy storage area that has been blasted. There are some elves calling for help that they can get, and there is also a couple of treats out here. There is, of course, an infinity pool because it's the North Pole, why wouldn't you? And a jolly jacuzzi, which will completely heal them. There is a jack-in-the-box over here that will ask their Christmas wish and grant it. There is extra storage back here with surprises in it as well, and that is the second floor. If they find the staircase, they will be able to head up to the third floor here. The third floor has Santa's office here, complete with a little fireplace, his desk, a Christmas tree, of course with things hidden behind it. They have a giant conference table, which of course points north, which is the tree over there. And if they do make their way around, there is a secret room here, and the secret room will bring them up to the third level. The third level is the Santa's secret sanctum, where they will show down with Santa Claus, who is being possessed by Eldara, the older sister of Santa, aka the Christmas Witch. And of course, no final boss battle is complete without a bow atop Santa's beautiful workshop. Now, the campaign will end as the heroes are led by Eldara, the Christmas Witch, into town, and chaos will be wreaked across as trees are heroically tipped over, and other things will be decimated, hence why this video had to be taken now. At the end of the campaign, they will either die or defeat Eldara, the Christmas Witch. She will give her a proper monologue will be given from her, and the story will end. And then, after that, there is cheer throughout all the town. The elves will celebrate. There is a large party in their honor. It will be the greatest night of their entire lives. They will get magical items and gifts and etc. And then we come back to the magical cottage in the carpenter's house that I mentioned at the end. So, the very end of the campaign will feature them all being invited by Santa to, way off in the distance there, will be a small, cozy cabin where Santa will be lurking in a corner by himself in the shadows. They will enter this mysterious cabin, which is completely dark and pitch black, and Santa will come out of the corner singing, "He knows when you've been sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He lured you here into his trap, so your powers he will take." And he snaps his fingers, and all magic users in the group lose their power, and the campaign ends, thus beginning the multi-campaign series that I dug myself into the whole of, called the Holiday Harbingers, which will start and end with Santa Claus himself, and will feature the Pumpkin King and the Easter Bunny and many others. So, without further ado, thank you for watching this special explanation of the North Pole, brought to you by the hard work of some very wonderful people. Hope you enjoyed.